Trying to figure out how to forget about your ex should be the definition of all sh*t lost insanity. Whenever I was going through a painful breakup, I would Google, how to forget about your ex, and besides, stop stalking. Yeah right, get a hobby, remember who you are, volunteer, travel. There was really nothing. And no way could I have done any of those things. I was too emotionally fixated and heartbroken. You can't invest in anything when all of your emotional currency is already being invested with a non-existent return. All of the suggestions just seemed to affirm my aloneness and make me miss my ex even more, making me feel worse. For a really long time, I was convinced that the only way I could move on with my life and forget about him was if I experienced some kind of brain damage. Your thoughts, actions, level of control, and life are no longer yours. Friends and family start to get annoyed and avoid. You're exhausted. All you want at this point is relief via a magic eraser. It is impossible to completely forget someone. This post is not an amnesia initiator. It's about forgetting all of the toxicity that's weighing you down so that you can remember how to swim back up to land. For this post, I'm going to focus on how to forget about a toxic ex. This is someone who, at any point, dishonored, devalued, lied to you, and made you feel like loving you was hard. Even though it may seem easier to forget and move on from mistreatment, these can be the hardest types of exes to forget. Although empathetic and connected people are extremely hard to forget, they always leave with respectful transparency. The breakup is still very painful, but it's clear-cut. There is no confusion, ambiguity, or BS with these people. 10 times out of 10, they speak with dignified action and stay on their white horse. Losing someone like this is excruciating, but at least there's no unknown due to clear actions that follow clear communication. Toxic exes are especially hard to forget due to their capacity to mix signals, two-time, lie, contradict, disrespect, be insensitive, and passively yank your chain through social media showmanship. It's bullshit artistry at its finest. I've tried everything to forget toxic exes: hypnosis, mantras, meditation, law of attraction, yoga, facial tapping techniques, acupuncture, Ayurvedic enemas, rebound relationships, going out with friends, dancing the night away, being set up on dates, random makeouts, blocking, unblocking, following, unfollowing, tagging, untagging, new hairstyles, ridding my life of toxicity, quote posting, you name it. Nothing worked. In the end, I just hated myself more as I watched my emotional and financial wallets drain. This left me no choice but to inflate, pedestal, and romanticize someone whose absence I was more fearful of accepting than the toxicity I was afraid of acknowledging during the grieving process. Acknowledgement is scary because it goes hand in hand with acceptance. And once you accept who someone has revealed themselves to be, you then have to bring the focus back to yourself, reflect on your past relationship, and identify your own dysfunction that got you to this point. I think about those exes now that I worked so hard to forget, and honestly, I'm glad that I didn't find a way to impose selective amnesia when thinking about your ex. Without my memories, I wouldn't have this blog. I actually blame my inability to forget exes on most of my relational, professional, and emotional success. This isn't about obsessing over the past. It's about psychologically positioning yourself to forget what you need to so that you can redirect your focus and reclaim your life, moving forward. Memory is like gasoline. If you drink it, it'll make you sick, but if you allow the fuel to go into your emotional gas tank, it will give you the energy, belief, and confidence to drive yourself out of the wreckage. Even though it's impossible to completely forget someone, it is possible to unplug them from your power source. It is possible to allow the memory that can't get erased, as painful as it is, to propel you out of powerlessness and back into shot-calling control. Understanding your breakup is a crucial step in the healing process. It's essential to acknowledge the reasons why the relationship ended and to accept that it's over. Avoid blaming yourself or your ex, as this can prolong the grieving process. Instead, take time to reflect on the relationship and identify any patterns or red flags that may have contributed to its demise. This self-reflection will help you grow and move forward in a healthy way. Creating distance in real life is vital to moving on from a breakup. This means avoiding places, people, and activities that remind you of your ex. Take a break from social media or limit your use to avoid seeing your ex's posts or photos. Like and subscribe for more news.